6:22 now. We are 3 days removed from Election Day. This morning, we still do not know who is the next president of the United States. We've got Stephen Webster, an assistant professor of political science at IU, joining us again this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we want to start in Georgia now. We just got updated numbers this morning showing that Joe Biden has taken what is a slight but marked lead for the first time in the state of Georgia right now, leading by just 917 ballots, 99% in. Where do you expect to see Georgia going today? Will this stand, and when will we know final numbers in Georgia?
Yeah, this is a significant development that occurred while most of us were asleep. But I expect that this result will hold. Given the nature of where these ballots are coming from, these are largely Democratic areas. And so I think certainly by the end of the day, we'll have some real clarity on the state of Georgia. My best guess is that it will go to Joe Biden, though it certainly will be close. And so it's likely that there will be a recount in this state.
Likely a recount. Okay, that's a big point to make. Now, we were talking in the break, you said Pennsylvania has a very similar story to Georgia. Initially, President Trump was leading by hundreds of thousands of votes here. Right now, President Trump is still leading, but only by 18,000. We've got 97% in there. Do you see this possibly flipping today, or will this hold for President Trump?
So I also think this will flip. This is why I think there's some real similarities between Georgia and Pennsylvania. This is, a case in both states where the president was doing well on these in-person ballots. The votes that were sent in by mail are largely Democratic, and they're also largely from Democratic areas in both of these states. And so we've seen the trend in both Georgia and Pennsylvania of Joe Biden catching up and eventually overtaking the president as these mail-in ballots are counted. And so I think we're going to see something similar in Pennsylvania as we've seen this morning in Georgia. Also later today, I would expect to see Joe Biden take the lead in the state of Pennsylvania.
All right, I want to ask you a two-parter here because I want to make sure we get all our questions in. Nevada and Arizona, let's go out west now. Nevada is just taking a very long time to count these ballots. Do you expect Nevada to go to Joe Biden as projected? Also Arizona, Fox News and the AP called this very early for Joe Biden. Do you expect that to hold?
Yeah, so I expect Arizona to be a little bit of an opposite story from what we've seen in Georgia and Pennsylvania. Here, we've seen that Donald Trump has been catching up with Joe Biden as mail-in ballots have arrived and are being counted. So I expect Arizona to flip to Donald Trump. Nevada, I would expect to remain with Joe Biden.
All right, now we have 4 states that the president's campaign filed lawsuits against. Georgia and Michigan were dismissed. Pennsylvania and Nevada are still filed. So do you see these moving forward? Also, I want to get your take on the president's claims of voter fraud.
Yeah, so I don't think many of these lawsuits will move forward. A lot of them have been dismissed already, just not much grounds to bring anything to court. I think the bigger concern, if we're worried about delays in having an eventual winner, is the possibility of recounts in various states. As you sort of alluded to, the real concern here is the sort of rhetoric coming out of the president. Yesterday he had this press conference saying that there was a whole bunch of fraudulent activities going on across the country. There is no evidence that this is the case. And this is worrisome for our sort of democratic health, because it sets up a scenario in which half of the country can view this election as fraudulent and the other half can view it as legitimate. And so the sort of ways in which partisans might view the ultimate outcome of this election is going to be shaped largely by the rhetoric coming from the president.
Stephen, we are out of time, but I want to get this in really quickly. When do you think we will have an answer to who will be the next president?
I would be surprised if we didn't have some real clarity by the end of the day about who the next president will be.
All right, we may not have to wait this weekend. Stephen Webster, thank you. We will likely be speaking with you again soon. Have a nice weekend.
You too.
All right.